mon Dieu, don't know what that is oh my god in French. Like I said before, Kay and I are taking French lessons. Well, we're using Duolingo since we're going to Nice end of the year. But what I start to the week, to the day, just sat in the office, you know, just getting ready to coach, just relaxing. Get a phone call from mum saying Odin has ran away from her. So he's ran out the field I take him to every morning. He just completely disappeared. So she's ringing me in hysterics. I've just left the gym, locked it, just gone. Maybe a little bit too fast, but you know, I was just expecting the worst. I thought she was going to ring to say he'd been hit by a car because the way she was sounding. But thankfully he's all okay now. We found him, but yeah, I was just stressing, speeding, just had to get there, get the boy. But he ran off. He'd smelt a female dog, probably got heat. And last night he was in a boisterous mood, and it's getting all barky and growly, and sometimes he likes to hump his pillow, which I stop him. But I think it's time we got his balls chopped off. I think I've told him he's getting them chopped, so we're gonna speak to the vet and get them chopped. So that has been the start to my morning. I've just about calmed down now. I don't want to shake him or my car or me, but at least today I remembered my trainers. So I just thought I'd take you through a full strength session, really. Can't think of much to film, so I'm going to take you through obviously my usual warm-up, the squats, deadlifts, split squats, and whatever else I decide to do. I was going to go over to Pure Gym and do the cardio as well, but I've decided just to keep today, it's the pure strength work, and then maybe look to add a nose through the weeks and keep that to more of the Friday sort of main conditioning. So let's grab ourselves a foam roller and get mobile. To start things off, I need to grab a foam roller and foam on my back, lats, quads and hamstrings, just because last couple of hours I've either sat in the office hunched over, keeping warm, or just a lazy day on Sunday and Saturday when I normally run, legs feel sore from then, but only on a 5k, so they're not feeling too bad. But let's see if this microphone picks up my back crack. It normally sounds like bubble wrap. Let's see. Oh, that maybe got a few clunks there. So just a few roll up and down the T-spine, give myself a little hug just to pull the shoulder blades apart. Hope that's not getting too much rust in on the mic. Oh, and then this one, because I've got a bad shoulder, I have to spin around for this one. This just helps loosen up the lat, because I find it's like the lat and rear delta area to keep my shoulder from not going all the way back that trap area. And then so I get that right into the right in the lat. I sort of hold this arm back to get enough space, and then just roll up and down. Ouch. That's quite tight. And then once I find that really tight spot, sort of just in the armpit, I hold it there, and then I think sort of from Squat University, just try and raise it overhead. And I'm trying not to, I can't even think of the words because it's that painful. I'm trying not to grimace too much because that's not a pretty sight, but just loosen off the shoulder there. And I'll do the same on the other side, just until it feels a little bit looser. And then onto the hamstrings. I do these sort of two ways. I take one lean into the side, so it's more sort of the out hamstring. Again, my anatomy is terrible, I can't remember which hamstring it is. But just nothing too crazy, just to get the blood flowing really, because I don't really want to foam roll too much before a session, save the longer, harder foam roll after a session. Just a little bit there, just adding a bit of pressure with that top hand before sort of rotating inwards. Doing the same, getting that inner hamstring. Ouch. Oh, that's sore. And just same on the opposite leg. And then it's onto the quads. Now again, sort of similar thing to the hamstrings. There's 3 different areas I like to do for the quads. Sort of outer, middle, inner. They can look quite, I don't know, provocative, seductive, I don't know. But so it's not quite a 90 band, just inside. Use that other foot to, like a kickstand, just push you up and down. Ouch. And this just takes a bit of the pressure off having this leg up in front. You can't take it off, but it adds a bit too much pressure there. Getting same with hamstrings, nothing too heavy, just nice and light. But if you do find a very tight spot, you can sort of hold that tight spot and floss the leg there. Ooh. And then onto the VMO inside. Oh, ow. You need to take your leg up more of an angle for this. Ouch, this is very painful. That's a very painful place to throw them all. And then just the same thing on the opposite side. So again, you should probably better angle from this, you can see it. Start to be right in the AT band, but then this foot, let it twist forwards or twist over. And then same again. Ouch. I can grimace now because my face isn't on camera. Oh. And ankles might pop here. Oh. But yeah, that's the throwing rolling done. Now onto the mobility work. So this mobility mainly focuses on my hips and T-spine and shoulders to get them nice and loose because it's the first session of the week. And like I said before, I'm just a slob on a Sunday, just slouching on the couch or playing the PC. So starting with just some slight lean back, some 90-90s, just letting the knees fall inside. Oh, you heard that clunk, that was my lower back and hip just popping and cracking. Again, don't really count reps, sort of no set rep in mind, just until I'm feeling kind of loose. Switches around 20, so take 10 each side. So the assisted 90-90s into some just unassisted with a slight lean forwards, just to get a stretch in the glutes, just to loosen off those hips even more. It's 90-90, lean forwards. Oh, now some people can't get all the way down, but it just shows how tight my hips are. Oh, into a pancake stretch, got this from Clock Off many moons ago. So legs as wide as you can get them, slightly lean forward, you'll feel this in your groin, so you're in the thigh. Lean forward as far as you can, and then what I like to do is, you're going to spread the floor like you're spreading a pancake, it's more of a crepe. What I like to do is with the opposite hand, twist and try and get my little finger to my little toe, which adds a bit more of a stretch into the lats and lower back, just to get that nice and loose. So lean forwards, rotate, so tap. Oh. So pinky to little toe. And get around 20 or so of these, although I can't talk and count at the same time, so we'll just keep going until I feel it's nice and loose. Now with today being a bit of a cooler day, it's probably going to be a bit more rep just to make me feel nice and warm and nice and loose, because my body just does not like the cold. The temperature seems to drop as soon as I wake up in the morning. Oh. Hope that wasn't too loud. Oh. And then from there, a bit more onto the, what I like to sit on my ankles, give them a bit of a stretch, like lean back, just get the quads and hip flexors a bit of a stretch. Again, this sort of bridge in this kneeling position gets more of a stretch in the hip flexors. Oh. Now onto my shoulders and T-spine. This is sort of a reach and rotate. So starting on all fours, I'll do one side at a time. Reach forward, drop my head down to the floor to feel a stretch on the lat. Once I feel that stretch, relax, and then I'm going to twist through and try and drop my shoulder to the floor. Hold each one just for a split second. I think that was 10. And then I like to combine hip and shoulder back together by going for the world's greatest stretch. Ow. Just press position, lunge one foot up outside your hands, and that same arm up towards the ceiling. Or I call these Spider-Mans, but it's also the world's greatest stretch. Also, I think that's what's more commonly known as. Oh. That's main mobility work done. Out of breath because I didn't want to breathe too heavy while I was doing those, because I'd be very loud on the mic. And then, I don't know what it's called like grease the groove or something. Russian baby makers actually. Down to a squat, hands on your feet. And from here you're going to reach up or stand up, reach the hips, and then pull yourself down. I'm trying to get into that bottom of squat position with your chest up. This really gets the hips, hamstrings opened up, nice and loose. And then, oh, ouch. Oh, sorry, breath. And to finish, just some glute bridges to make sure the glutes are just a bit more active and warm. Sometimes I would add a mini band around the knees and then do these with some sort of crab walks or kickbacks, but legs are feeling pretty active this morning. Oh, and that's the mobility work done. Let's grab the bar and start squatting. And that is the warm-ups done. Just to kept it nice and simple. Bar for 10 reps, 70 for 5 reps, 100 for 5 reps, 120 for 3 reps, 135 for 3 reps with the knee sleeves on. And now we are at the working weight, which would be 145, which I've also got the belts on for as well. Kind of gives me a bit of a psychological boost, because not gonna lie, that 135 felt heavy and a little bit slow. I think I'm a little bit tired from lack of sleep, and I think that sort of adrenaline rush from this morning's drop, so a little bit of an adrenaline crash from all that drama. But hopefully it moves right. I decided to go for the 2.5 kilo increase rather than the extra set, just to still give that intensity there, but the volume low on Mondays. So hopefully this moves well for all 3 sets, and the shoulder behaves itself, so it's feeling a bit funny. And the jacket's come off for these, so you can actually see me using the belt. So I've actually finally started to break a sweat. But let's these moves well, moves smooth. Ouch. That wasn't a smart move, trying to get with a false grip before the last rep, but that felt okay. Knee valgus was there a little bit, but Bishop started saying that knee valgus actually could be, what's the word, good for squats. But yeah, felt pretty good, all things considered. Gonna rest for 2 or 3 minutes and then on to set 2. The word I was looking for was beneficial, so knee valgus could be beneficial to squats. But what I've also found beneficial is actually this t-shirt with the print on the back, and the way it almost acts like one of those grip shirts. I think A7, I got one of those, but I don't feel I can justify wearing one of them at the minute, because I don't feel like I'm powerlifting enough to wear one. That's just me being weird in my head. That's why I just hit the mic, you forgetting it's up there. But yeah, on to set 2, rested for 3 minutes. And I feel like all the conditioning work's actually improved my recovery between heavy sets. Well, I'm still resting that a little bit longer just to make sure I'm fully recovered and set's not too hard. And this time I remember to actually keep the false grip for the whole set. Okay, I'm not same again. Oh, t-shirt got stuck to the bar there. Better set than the first set. Maybe a lot smoother, but one thing I'm trying to do as well is not trying to actually consciously go into knee valgus. Well, it does help. I'll maybe film next one from the front. Is when I squat. I tend to squat down. As I'm getting around there, my knees tend to push out naturally. As I come up, like I said, they're not crazy valgus, but that slight valgus there to help me stand, because it gets the abductor angles involved, which is helpful in terms of hip extension. Feeling pretty good. I'm getting out of breath on 5 reps, which I shouldn't, but probably just holding tension, holding my breath, and then trying to talk. But 1 more set and then deadlift time. 3rd and final set. Let's see how bad or good that knee valgus actually is. And you know what they say, last set, best set. Oh, and that is 3 sets done. My lower back actually popped and dropped with those reps. Oh, no pain though, just a little clunk. But squat's done. Now I'll watch that back now and then see what it's like. And I realised now after watching that back that was actually a terrible angle to film from, because the plates on one side of the back completely covered one leg. But looking at the left side, it actually didn't look too bad, which is obviously why it's good to film your sets so you can actually see if what you feel is worse or better than it actually is. Because sometimes sets can feel really slow, you can feel really out of position when it's very just a minor tweak, or the set's actually moved fast when you think it moved really slow. For example, like if you're deadlifting or squatting, that's slight, and they go, oh, I'm actually stuck to the rack. So say deadlifting and your back's flat, when it goes, it rounds slightly, the only movement you see is that really, but actually feels like you've just done that. So that's why it's always good to film. Also, it's not good to film, it can be a bit too nitpicky and analyse it too much, which is why I try not to analyse too much between sets and just save it for when I'm editing, or if I want to have a little look if it didn't feel too right. Now let's chip the bar down and get some deadlifts while this microphone just slowly slides over my right eye. I need to find good place fists when I record this kind of session. Don't know if it's going to stay in my lapel or go on over that. And before anyone starts, these are designed to be dropped, and this is my first warm-up week, so that's why I leave it on there and just drop the bar. Now, depending on how I'm feeling on the day, I may do a little barbell complex before I start deadlifting, which is just some RDLs, some bent over rows, and then some deadlifts with the empty bar. But today I went straight into the warm-ups, which was 70 kilos for a set of 5, 120 for a set of 3, 150 for 2 or 3, I've forgotten, and then 165 for 1. And right now is when I wish we had 3 sets of these red plates, because it just looks much nicer with 3 reds and a little red on the ends, and there's something nice about having 3 reds on the bar. But anyway, 175 for 3 threes. It was interesting to see how my lower back could feel after Friday's 24.2 attempt, but it's holding up all right. Forced myself to use the lower belt position again, which feels awkward, but it feels much stronger in the legs. So I'm gonna stick with that, and hopefully it moves okay with these trees. Oh, my thumbs. Oh. Felt okay, felt the boat move a little bit, but reps still felt pretty solid, so another 2 sets of that. That'll be the heavy lifting done for the day. I wasn't too happy with that set, the way it moved and the way it felt, so we're gonna have the feet a little bit closer together. I'll put the belt just a smidgen higher. Still gonna keep it low, try and squat down to the deadlift, and yeah, just pull and pray really. Oh, wow. That's a set, so that time hook grip was very painful. Una más. Thought I'd go for the lovely lower angle just to really catch the gurn in my face of this struggle. And to be honest, struggling a little bit. There's still a lot of fatigue in the posterior chain from Friday than I thought, but thankfully it's only 1 more set left, and thankfully it's only 3 reps. Again, it's just something nice about 3 reps, but as always, last set, best set. Let's get these done and move on to the fun stuff. You don't use too much chalk there as well. Ooh. Nice, deadlift's done for the day. And I'm still very painful on the thumbs. Ow. It's not actually much easier deadlift style, and you actually remember to engage your lats before you get set. That first rep was a bit, so I just pulled it too quick. But last two I actually got tension and it felt a little bit easier. So let's clear this away and then onto the fun accessory work. First movement on the agenda is the good old fashioned split squat. Now I love them and hate them. I've only had these back in the last couple of weeks just to get a good balance of sort of quad and glute work and just to sort of finish off the lower body. And last week I did these like a goblet, which is actually felt much better on the legs, because I feel like because my shoulders are all messed up, one side's twisted more than the other. I just can't quite feel it balanced in both legs, whereas the goblet I can keep both shoulders back and just feel it in both legs. A good tip to set up is sit on the bench, legs straight out. I've cheated a bit and got the set up beforehand so my heels are on the edge of the mat, but you haven't got a mat or anything to line up with. Sit on the bench, legs straight out. Where your heels are, that's where you're going to be for your split squat to be your optimal stance. And all you need to do is just stand up, back foot on, and that's your ideal split squat stance. Nothing crazy with these, just going to go for 2 or 3 sets of 8 to 10 just to get a bit of a pump on the legs, really. Just finish them off a little bit, but not too much. I'm also taking about 15-20 second rest between sides, just because that back leg does a bit of work and don't have to be too tired going into the next set. Just rest a little bit, and we'll go into that second set. This is my dodgy side, so this is going to be fun. And before we go to the second set of those, we are going to superset those with some rollouts, which are probably my favourite core movement. Probably rollouts, dead bugs, power press, and then maybe like a take a sit up or weighted sit up. But one thing I see people get wrong is they try and lead with the arms too much, when it's hips and shoulders first, and then you reach with the arms and you want to start on that concave, imagine that camel sort of yoga position, so arch your back, and hips and shoulders forwards. You can't go forward anymore, that's when your arms extend forwards, hold it for a second, and then make sure you pull back with the abs. Gonna go for 10 to 12 of these, nice and slow controlled, the slow pause at the end. Just to 10 today because I'm feeling those. That's my vote for neglecting core work, because I always I'll do after Mondays, but I'm just too tired. But I'm definitely going to force myself to do it now. 2 or 3 more rounds of that. No, 1 or 2 more rounds of that, and then one last little combo, and then that'll be session done. Back to just come on, so I need to make this quick. It's a good thing putting those rods there, because it actually forces me to do them rather than put them at the end and skip them while they're wedged in the middle. Like I'm still having energy and actually drive to do them. But to finish off before the battery dies, it's going to be, I'm also going to do the sled pulls, but it's can't bother with setting them up. So we're going to do 2 sets of this, max reps on the hammer curls with some farmer's carries with the 32s. Again, just to train the grip on the fatigue. And like automatic, like Hunter McIntyre says, big biceps in races. So same as always, shoulders back, slight initiation with the elbows as we curl up. Mine just went blank for a second then, and then raise them up as we curl. So elbows. shy of failure actually, and then into these 32 farmer carries. I'm not sure what to do with farmer carries. Would it be better to grip the dumbbells in the kettlebells properly, or false grip them like I try and do during the race? Maybe mix of both. But I'm going to go for one more round of those before the battery dies, and then that'll be session done. Back home to the troublemaker. And that is training done. And there he is, the troublemaker, acting like nothing ever happened, looking all innocent. But I generally think, I don't know what I would do if he did actually run away. We had a little talk, didn't he, mister? Saying how he's going to get his cherries chopped off and be in the cone of shame for a little bit. But yeah, I just that little just scare this morning really sort of set off my anxiety for the day. So I'm gonna take some more CBD, see if that mellows me out. But honestly, I wouldn't know what to do without him. He's done a lot for my mental health, and I actually sort of realised he would. He's just, I can't really put it into words. I rang Kelly when I was on the way to try and find him, and I was very close to tears, because that anxiety just set me off. And I was thinking, worst case, I was thinking I was gonna turn up and either been hit by a car or just gone for good. So gonna get him the snip, get him some dog obedience training at last. We need to actually just finally go and do it. He seems to be around other dogs. Any other time he's fine. Just if he sees another dog, he's just straight off, regardless of how far away it is, or if we've walked past it, and he'll just sort of turn around and just run straight for it. So that needs to be nipped in the bud. But that's going to finish today's video. Got some lunch. I thought it was here. I was actually back in the kitchen. Just got a sourdough bagel with some char-grilled chicken and a slice of spicy cheese. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Just something different. Just thought I'd take you through the whole session, just do little clips and voiceovers. But let me know what you think. Just gonna have that lunch, take him for a walk, keep him on his lead, and then head back to work for the evening. Only a few hours in, so not too bad. But yeah, legs are feeling pretty good. Tomorrow, plan is go for a run. Gonna follow the watch. I'm actually gonna give myself the time, or make the time to actually do the full hour or 45-minute run, whatever it's planned. I will see you all in the next one, which will be an upper body strength session. Anything to say, mister? Are you sorry? Yeah? Best I'd be sorry. See you in the next one. Peace.